Hello and welcome everyone. This is Iron Ports, the program designed to bring Ghana's ports and maritime industry closer to you. It is proudly brought to you by Ghana Revenue Authority, GOIL, PLC Serene Insurance, Ghana Link, Meridian Port Services, and Phoenix Insurance. Iron Port is powered by Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Viewers, in our attempt to help you appreciate and fully understand the fundamentals when it comes to duty calculation, we had a session with Customs, but we were unable to finish the session. So we brought back Customs this week, where our guest, the Chief Revenue Officer at the Programs and Policy Department at the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, took to the screen to demonstrate how this is done. Take a listen.
You know there's an authority, which is the Ghana Revenue Authority, that is responsible for tax collection in Ghana. So what I'll do is just basically to search for the site of GRA, if GRA has a site. So I just, as you do a normal search, I'll go and I'll type GRA or Ghana Revenue Authority. So I'm just saying GRA, sorry. So let me say GRA, GRA site.
GRA site, okay.
I'm just going to GRA site. Okay. Just any person would do. You don't need to have too much knowledge in this to acquire this. Right. So here I have here return to the display, Ghana Revenue Authority, gra.gov.gh.
Right.
So I just click on it. And it takes me to the Ghana Revenue Authority site. But I'm just navigating this page and see on the home page, what do we have? Then you'll notice that at the middle area, you see tax calculators. So that is an interest to me.
Right.
It may be whichever tax that GRA is administering that you want to go to. So you click on tax calculators, and then it takes you again to a new page. You will see the value added tax. That's not what I want. Communications and this, that's not what I want. But I have seen used vehicle duty calculator. That is an interest to me. You say Icons vehicle duty calculator. Or I see general goods duty calculator. Again, that could be of interest to me. So for this particular case, let me go to general goods vehicle calculator. And then I see what I have. It takes you to the page that we use to administer import, or the external window page, which connects all the government agencies and all external stakeholders to the Customs Division. So that is external.unipassghana.com. If you know this site directly, you can go there. But if you don't know, then you go to all this, you navigate all through that one, then you arrive at this page. So this one gives you the platform to have an idea. Remember, it's a self-declaration. That will mean that the information so required, some of them you have, some you may not have. But the critical ones that you have, the proper description of the item, the value of the item, the weight of item, the currency, this is the convertible currency, the trading currency. You have all these ones. So what you can do is to use this page. It gives you an idea. So I am here, and the trading currency here is not, the NCY is national currency, but my trading currency, which is the foreign currency, FCY, foreign currency, is asking you, once you select, you change the button to FCY, is asking you to select the tradable currency, which is the convertible currency. Bank of Ghana is able to convert any of these ones. Luckily, let me just choose the case for this demo, United States dollar. Then it's asking you to provide the net weight, which you know. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll just go for just minimal values. If you're at home and you want to do this by yourself, you probably may having a commercial invoice. Look on the invoice and begin to provide the value as it is contained on the invoice. So let me pick a weight of 10. Then I come to the item information. It's asking me to provide details of item. The item number, of course, that is system generated. The HS code, the tariff code I have been mentioning, which gives you the rates of duty and taxes. Then the customs procedure code, the procedure under which you are admitting the cargo.
Right.
Whether you are admitting the cargo or you are entering the cargo into home consumption.
Yes.
That is called home use. Or it is for warehousing, it is for transit, it is for export. These are the procedures. So it's asking you to provide the detailed procedure, that the procedure under which you are entering the item. Then you provide the country of origin of item.
Right.
You provide, very important, the customs value, which is the cost, insurance, and freight value at the basic level. Then you provide the free on board value. That's the FOB.
Yes.
That value is when the cargo has been put on board the vessel that will be taking it from the country of export to Ghana.
Yes.
Then it's asking you to repeat the net weight, and then the package type, and then the quantity. Then the system itself will now proceed to do the computation for you.
Right.
So if you want to do that, you click on add. You can add as many line items as possible, so long as there is the variation in terms of packaging, in terms of item itself from the procedure, whichever one you have to. So item 1 is asking me, it's not asking for the description because that is known to you. You just want to have an idea. So the description is known to you, it's on your document. What is critical is the classification code. So one of the things again is, if you don't have an idea, the classification code of the item, you can just go onto the internet search engine, search for it. Ask the internet
code for
any of these questions, that what is the HS code for whiskey? It gives you, and it points you to a particular one. Then open the Ghana Customs one, and then you can go directly to the specific one. So if you do not know, so I'll do a demo. I'll just come here and I'll say HS code
for whiskey.
For whiskey. Then I search. So here you are, it's giving you 220830.
Yeah, sure.
So you can now go to the Ghana 220830 and see if that is there. So I go back to where we were.
The net looks a bit okay. It's come here.
Sorry. At HS code. And this is available to everybody, regardless which part of the world you are in.
All you require is your internet.
Is an internet. And then you have access to the GRA website. It walks you down to this one. So here is, I got my HS code to be 2208.30. Let me search. So here I have it. I have whiskies. And then you see the unit of quantity is in liters. And then you see the import duty, 20%, attracting an import value added tax of 15%. Then the related taxes follow. So you just click on it, and then you go again for the procedure code. I'm admitting this into home consumption. These ones, that sometimes you need professionals to guide you in this. So 40D01. This is the procedure code for importing goods into home consumption for which you are paying full duty. So it's asking you of the value just for the case of demonstration. So I'm providing a value of $1,000. That's the customs, the cost, insurance, and freight value, which is the cost, the insurance, and freight. So let me give the cost.
Why are you not using the CD?
Yes, so I did mention that the invoice before you, that is the invoice that you are trading in. So the invoice is not a CD invoice. So when you are buying goods from China, when you're buying goods from China, most likely it will be in the US dollar. Most of our invoices coming in, over 80% are actually in the United States dollars. So That is why over here, I did not choose the national currency.
Right.
I chose the foreign currency, and selected the currency code to be the United States one.
Right.
And it is asking me to repeat the weight. For this case, is because it's one item, I'm repeating the same one. Then I come to the unit. It's asking you, how is it packed?
Right.
How is it packed? So in this, my case, sorry?
So they want you to describe how the goods were packed.
All these ones are international packing units.
Okay.
So you select the one of choice.
Okay.
Pardon me, to just indicate unknown.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. This is the very basic information the system requires from you.
Right.
Then you see the button here, calculate tax. Then you click on this one. Sorry, it's asking me to select the country.
Yeah.
Let me just choose Canada.
Okay.
Then calculate tax.
Okay.
It's asking you that you entered your trading currency as the USD.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue? Yes. And then I click yes.
Right.
So here it's saying supplementary unit number is empty. Supplementary unit number is empty because I selected the HS code that attracts import excise.
Right.
And import excise requires that the specific tax for import excise is in liters.
Right.
So I have to indicate the total
the number of
literage
liters
over
here.
there.
Yeah.
100 liters.
Okay.
Here, then it tells you the, so let me minimize this one.
Yes.
So it tells you the duties and taxes that are applicable on the summary. So what it does is, assuming you have entered multiple items,
right.
So it gives you a summary of when you do the calculation for each of the items and then the aggregate. So this is a summary of it.
Right.
It gives you the tax amount which is in the national currency. It gives you the last time, it gives you if you are enjoying any form of relief. It gives you if there is any form of guarantee, assuming it is not going into home consumption, but it's going into, say, it's going into a bonded warehouse.
Right.
Then guarantee is so required. So it tells you how much you are supposed to provide a form of security.
Right.
So here you have the user defined, these are the taxes. So what we have done is as much as practicable to automate all our taxes and the logic behind them.
Right.
So you see here, N tells you that the user, which is you and I, using this facility, you don't have the opportunity to modify the tax rate or anything. That is determined and configured in the system.
Right.
So you can see these are the taxes that are payable when you import whiskey of that particular quantity.
Yes.
You pay import duty. It tells you, this is a summary, so I'll just move away from the summary. So you scroll and go to the details for the item itself.
Yes.
So it tells you the tax base. Don't worry about this one. It tells you the tax base. The tax base is the base at which duty is calculated.
Right.
Then it tells you the rate of tax.
Right.
So the case of import duty, it tells you the base is 14,158.6, which is the CIF. And then the rate of duty is 20%. And when you multiply 20% to by this number, it gives you the tax amount to be 2,831.72.
Okay.
Then it proceeds to give you the final one, assuming, so you focus more on the A.
Right.
So all of these ones, it tells you, one, the tax type. It tells you whether you are able to modify the tax on yourself or not. The N means you cannot. Then it tells you the base of tax. The tax base, it tells you the rate of duty.
Yes.
Or the rate of tax. And then it tells you the tax amount. So it calculates all these ones for you.
Right.
This is what aggregates to the total tax amount you will see, 16,009.98.
All right, so if you're an importer, while you may need the help of a customs house agent to put in your declaration for you, we still find it helpful if you understand the basics when it comes to duty calculation. And we hope the earlier demonstration helped with that. Now, let us hear a few of your comments after we go on break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Felicia from Tema says, "Hello Iron Pot. Very needed discussion there. Kudos and happy Father's Day to you all. Mr. Agbemenu keeps mentioning these words, specific and ad valorem. Can he please throw more light on that, please?" This response comes from Mr. Agbemenu.
Ad valorem, which is a proportion, a percentage of the value.
Yes.
So in this particular case, the value is important because we are applying a rate of duty which is a proportion of that value,
right,
which is a percentage of that value. And I mentioned it could be, for in case of import duty, it could be 0% of that value, means you are not paying anything. It could be a 5% of that value, 10%, 20%, 35%. That is ad valorem.
Right.
That is percentage of, that is a proportion of the value.
Yeah.
But when it is specific, then we do not care the qualities. We don't care of anything about the goods. The value
because
does not
clear.
matter.
Yeah.
We are looking, for example, if it is this bottled water, we want to know for this bottled water, if it is specific tax, then per liter, the government will say for every liter of this water, apply an amount of 5 Ghana cedis. That is specific.
Right.
Good evening, Iron Pot. Philip Mann says, "I would like to request that my friend Smile in the studio clarify a discrepancy. The Ghana Revenue Authority claims that the duties and taxes in Ghana are not calculated in foreign currency. However, in his recent demonstration, Smile selected foreign currency yard and used US dollars to calculate duties and taxes. This seems to contradict the GRA's claim. Can Smile explain why he used dollars for the calculation, despite the GRA's assertion that foreign currency is not used for calculating duties and taxes in Ghana?" This response comes from Mr. Agbemenu.
Good evening to Philip. Of course, that I did. If you look again at the provisions of the law, section 69 deals with converting the amount using the Bank of Ghana prevailing rate. So one of the things that we have all agreed to is that when you are buying goods in in a foreign country, they are not pricing it in Ghana cedis.
Yes.
It therefore means that the invoice, your invoice that you'll be presenting to GRA is an invoice that is not a Ghana cedi denominated invoice.
Yes.
That is what we call the trading currency.
Right.
So you traded the commodity in a currency, but that currency must be a convertible currency. Bank of Ghana is required to provide the rate of exchange for all these trading currencies.
Ohima, what if I take your number first? By you. You have to say take your number, give me.
Guys, now I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay, I dey come.
Shut up!
Mame, Philip, can't come on. Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Oh, cut him. Hey, go for mommy.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Goyle, good energy.
Goyle is good energy. Electricity. Then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. you still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
Business and life can be like the sea sometimes. Sometimes serene, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent, and at times it brings the unexpected. However it is like, trust Phoenix Insurance for your home, car, business, and marine insurance needs. Call 0302-246-319 or 0243-690-492.
At Phoenix, you experience a delightful service delivered with wisdom.
Welcome back, viewers. Now, the security agencies operating at the port of Tema before the weekend organized a simulation exercise to test their efficiency when it comes to managing emergency situations that could arise in the port. Take a listen. Ghana State Security Apparatus at the port of Tema has once again tested its emergency response systems and interoperability in the recently organized exercise, Kwemo Jogban, to wit, be careful. This activity forms part of the port's fulfillment of the ISPS code, which requires member ports to partake in quarterly drills and annual exercises to maintain alertness and combat readiness. This simulation exercise that took place last Friday saw the combined forces of security personnel, including GPHA Security, Ghana Navy, Marine Police, Immigration, among others, kill 4 volatile scenarios at relative efficiency. What is more impressive is the fact that only a few top officials of these institutions knew about the simulation, demonstrating the preparedness levels of officers at various posts. The exercise featured 4 scenarios: an uprising at the transit terminal, demonstrators breaching the Eastern Gate, pirates infiltrating through the fishing area, and the army deactivating an explosive at the central gate. The incident commander and harbour master at the port of Tema, Captain Tevia, rated the performance of the combined forces at 85%.
It was superb. Look at EOD squad, how they responded. Ghana Navy, how they responded. And then within our medical team, and then fire and safety, how they responded to the calls. I mean, it was on course. And then even the patrolling.
The Tema Port Security Manager, Colonel Benjamin Boama, was particularly impressed with interoperability between his outfit and the other security agencies.
The cooperation has been very good. Even it's kind of exceeded my expectation, if I had to be very honest. Right from the word go, and all the even pre-coordinating conferences that we had, there were full participation. And therefore, by the time we came in, we are all prepared, knew what is expected of us. And then when we started the cooperation, the enthusiasm was there. And that's what we saw, The exercise ended very well, and it was very successful.
It's now time to take some international shipping and port-related news.
According to a new report from the National Retail Federation, major container ports in the US are expected to see the highest inbound cargo volume in nearly 2 years this summer, driven by increased consumer spending and retailers stocking up to meet demand. Despite challenges in the supply chain, such as overseas port congestions and high shipping costs, the report predicts that import levels will remain elevated for the next several months. The Global Ports Tracker report shows that US ports handled 2.02 million 20-foot equivalent units in April, marking a 4.6% increase from March and a 13.2% increase year over year. The report's projections for May suggest that volume rose to 2.09 million TEUs, an 8.3% increase year over year, marking the highest level since August 2022.
Now it is time for our Word of the Day segment, where we introduce words, jargons, phrases, terminologies that we often use in this industry so you can get familiar with them. Today we'll let you know what we mean by equipment interchange receipt in shipping.
Equipment interchange receipt. Equipment interchange receipt refers to a document used to receive or deliver a full or empty container or chassis at any terminal or inland container pool or depot.
Now let us take a look at the schedule of vessels that have berthed in the ports of Tema and Takoradi and at the anchorages of both ports, as well as those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you may need to know to clear your cargo with. This is where we bring you to the close of today's edition of Iron Port. We hope you've been informed and educated. Remember, all Iron Port content can be found on our YouTube channel Iron Port. Subscribe, like and share our videos. Thank you for watching.